Hello and welcome everybody to another Aetherdrift. I am Paul Cheon, and today we are sitting at Diamond 1 with something like 3 or 4 rungs, so which means we are very close to hitting Mythic. So my goal is to hit Mythic in this draft. That would be amazing, so that maybe I can make a decent push to rank 1 for the month of March. Now, before we head into this draft, I just wanted to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all of your TCG singles and sealed product needs. Whether you need some booster boxes to just crack open some packs or some singles to round out your constructed decks, TCGplayer.com is the place to go. Make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also, check out HeavyPlay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and more, HeavyPlay.com is the place to go. They have a really huge convention presence as well, so make sure you check them out whenever you go to an SCG Con, a regional championship, or a Magic Con. HeavyPlay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first order. All right, I think I'm due for a sick bomb. So why don't we open a sick bomb? Okay, hey, ask and you shall receive. Agonasaur Rex. All right. Well, I'm going to take that. It's one of the best rares of the entire set. It's a green card. Green is great. Back on Track is a really good reanimation spell. Sky Serpent Seeker is also premium uncommon. So those would probably be my other 2 picks outside of obviously taking the Agonasaur Rex. There's also Ranger's Aether Hive, which is actually a little bit worse than it used to be because people know that exhaust is good. Oftentimes you don't get those decks with 10 exhaust creatures in your deck anymore. So I find that in a lot of times, even when you're blue-green, you end up with like 4 or 5 exhaust cards, which means you don't get to activate this ability as much. But it's still fine. You know, Venom Sac, Lagak, Pothole Mole, also reasonable options here at common. But of course, we are taking Agonasaur Rex, and it's going to take a lot for us to not end up in green just because of how powerful this card is, and of course how deep green is. But if it's 100% cut off, then we can of course see a world where we don't have to play green. Moving on to pack number 2. Wow, this pack is way worse. There is Dracosaur Auxiliary and Thunderhead Gunner as the only 2 cards that I'm okay second picking, and I'm going to take the Gunner. First of all, I just think the Gunner is a better card, and it's also highly splashable, which I don't mind doing. I don't mind drafting a Jund deck, like a black-green deck splashing red, or a blue-green deck splashing red. The Gunner is just an excellent card, and much better than anything else here. So let's take the Gunner here. Starting the draft with 2 5-drops. Ooh, a Sky Serpent Seeker. I do love that one. I think I'm going to take it. It's by far the best card in this pack. Venom Sac, Lagak, Engine Rat are other decent cards as well. If I was black and green, I actually don't know which one I like more. Probably the Engine Rat, just because it's cheaper. And you just kind of want to get to the late game here. But yeah, let's go ahead and take the Sky Serpent Seeker and hope that the person that we're passing to took the Back on Track. But I think they probably took the Seeker, but it doesn't matter. We're the one passing to them. And I do think the Sky Serpent Seeker is enough better than the Venom Sac Lagak, where I should just go ahead and take it here just because it's got way more upside. Oh my gosh, what is happening? What is actually happening with these packs? This pack is absurd. Pack 1, pick 4. There's Hellish Sideswipe, Outpace Oblivion, Sky Serpent Seeker, Grim Bobble, Lightning Strike, Runover, and Sky Streak Engineer. I mean, I can't even tell what's available. But I will say this, Sky Serpent Seeker I think is just the best card in this pack. Runover and Outpace Oblivion are also pretty decent. Those would be my next 2 options, but let's go ahead and just start with 2 Sky Serpent Seekers and an Agonasaur Rex, I guess. This is just incredible here. Another really good pack here. Pack 1, pick 5. These are some of the most loaded packs I've seen. Keen Buccaneer, Sabotage Strategist, Lightning Strike, Migrating Ketrodon, and Veloheart Bike. Like, what? I think it's the Ketrodon. I think I like the Ketrodon over basically all of these commons, and even over the Sabotage Strategist, so let's go ahead and take that here. Just a really amazing top-end card here, and yeah, I am loving how this deck is looking here. Now in pack 1, pick 6, things are slowing down. There's Spectral Interference versus Defend the Rider. I'm actually not sure. You know what? I'll try Defend the Rider. I feel like I have some big things worthy of protecting here. Like if I just slam Agonasaur Rex, I think the Defender Rider is pretty nice. Spectral Interference notably is also a really good card, but yeah, I think this card is definitely better than I gave it credit for previously. So let's take the Defender Rider here. All right, what do we have here? Venom Sac Lagak, Trip Up, and Plow Through. I'm not the biggest fan of Trip Up. I'd rather just make sure that I have a good curve here. Plow Through is okay, but noting that the Sky Serpent Seeker doesn't work that well with it. But it is my first removal spell. No, you know what? I'm just going to take... I just love taking just good creatures on curve. So I'm just going to take the Venom Sac Lagak here. Having all these Death Touch cards are good, and Plow Through doesn't seem particularly strong here. Don't love Nimble Thopterist. There's also Pothole Mole, but I do have this Thunderhead Gunner. So you know what? I feel like I'm going to have enough playables here, and I do really like the Gunner on the splash. Is that right? No, let's just take Pothole Mole. I'll take the 3-mana creature here. I don't need to go 3 colors. I'll take the Jungle Hollow because there's nothing in blue and green in this pack. And then we'll see where this goes. Guidelight Optimizer is actually surprisingly playable if you have a lot of exhaust cards, but right now it's just kind of on the side. Take a Walking Sarcophagus. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm still pretty happy with this. Yeah, actually, given what's tabled, I actually like the fact that I took the Pothole Mole just because, well, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 playable cards? Oh, 8. Okay. Very happy with this Sabotage Strategist here. It does tell me that blue's probably open. Somebody actually, a lot of people probably would have taken the Skystreak Engineer or Strategist over Skystreak Engineer. So this is a little bit surprising here, but yeah, we are firmly moving into blue-green here with a potential splash of red. Moving on to Pack 2 Pick 1, we have Diversion Unit, Keen Buccaneer, and Pothole Mole as cards that are on color. I don't really care too much about Mimeoplasm Revered One. There's Outpace Oblivion, though, as another good card on the splash for removal. Well, I need some... You know what? I'm going to do something a little bit crazy here. Let's just take the Outpace Oblivion. You know what? Let's have a little bit of fun. Let's splash the Gunner. Let's do some teamer nonsense. Also, I'm just really concerned that I don't have any removal, which is another reason why I'm taking it. Here, there's a Winter, Grim Bauble, not in our colors. Skystreak Engineer is a perfectly fine 2-drop, but given that what we have here, I do think this is probably a good Veloheart bike deck. I also like Swiftwater Cliffs, but like I said, I just feel like the bike is good. We have a bunch of big things to ramp into. We're exhausting, so I just feel like this is exactly the type of card that we want. So let's take it. Although, I don't know, do you put Veloheart Bike in, like, the creature slot? I still don't really know where to put this. I'm going to put it here on the left. All right, I don't really care too much about Dredger's Insight and Teamer. We do have Bounce Off and Diversion Unit. Diversion Unit's only just fine. Like, there's not a lot of artifact synergies that I'm going to have in blue-green. And right now, I am in the market for some interaction. So I'm going to take the Bounce Off here, just because right now, we really have not that many ways to interact with our opponent's cards. This is a miss of a pack, but you know what? This tells me that the person that I passed to took Sky Serpent Seeker, so I feel like we're going to have a very, very tough pack too. I have the choice between Howler's Heavy and Aether Siphon. And this is a deck that probably won't have a shortage of things to do in the late game, so this pick seems weird, but with 3 cheap Death Touch creatures, I do think Howler's Heavy is quite good here, so I'm going to take it over the Siphon. I like the Siphon a lot in artifact-based decks, but I like them a lot more. I like them a lot less when I'm playing blue-green decks, which really just typically don't have a shortage of things to do in the late game here. All right, now we have the choice between Nimble Thopterist and, I guess, Starting Column. I don't really love Starting Column. I'll take the Thopterist. There's also a Guidelight Pathmaker on a 3rd splash, but let's just take, the Nimble Thopterist is a totally fine card to play in any deck. So I'm just going to take it because, like I said, I feel like Pack 2 is going to be pretty tough. Really happy with a Pick 6 Molt Tender, though. This card is just a solid card in any deck. So liking that. And then now we have another Venom Sac Lagak. So just picking up filler cards for this deck. Certainly not seeing anything awesome, but that's to be expected given that this pack we're kind of getting cut off. Sky Crash. I don't know that I love this on the splash. I might just take a Scrap Compactor, just because this is potentially main deckable if I want removal. If this had a cycling cost of 2 colorless, I would consider it, but with red on the splash, I don't like it so much. Here I'll take Silk and Strength as a combat trick, but hoping not to play that either. And now we're just looking to just play things. I mean, none of these cards are going to make our deck, so. I'll take Camera Launcher here. And yeah, this pack was horrible. We were lucky that our pack 1 was pretty decent for us because this pack, we just got a bunch of filler level cards. But I do have faith that our last pack will be good. And take a look at the optimizer. Remember what I said about not getting enough exhaust cards? Look at this. We have 1, 2, 3. 3 exhaust cards. And that's after, like, starting out the draft with 2 exhaust cards early and then just everything drying up. So Simic is highly, highly contested here, but we still have enough to make something work here. The blue-red land didn't even table out of that first pack. All right, moving on to pack 3, pick 1. We have Roadside Blowout. Perfectly good interactive spell. Skystreak Engineer as another solid 2-mana exhaust creature. But I do have 4 2-mana plays that I really like. I'm really in the market just for good removal. So I'm going to take Flood the Engine here. Just a good, solid, hard removal spell. And this deck definitely needs that. All right, moving on to pack 3, pick 2. Complete whiff of a pack here. Spin Out, Lagarin, Shafet, Archfiend. These are all fine cards, but nothing for us. So I'm just going to take a Pothole Mole for the deck. It's a little bit better because I have the Molt Tenders, but it's not awesome in this deck. You know what's awesome? Stock Up, though. That card is fantastic. There's also Run Over, but I think Stock Up is simply too good for me to take over the Run Over. Burnout Bastronaut is also very good. If I was base red, I would consider that. But yeah, Stock Up is just premium. It's weird, too, because it's like I'm taking a card draw spell over a removal spell that I actually need, but I do think it's correct. All right, now this is a really interesting pick. I don't think I care about Caradora. This is a very good card if it's a free splash, but I have the choice between Veloheart Bike number 2 and Bounce Off number 2. And with the need for a splash, I wonder if it's just the Veloheart Bike. Yeah, I'm just going to take the Bike here over the Bounce Off. This is the deck that's looking to play multiple colors, right? We're looking to splash the red for Gunner and Outpace Oblivion. So I think having 2 Bikes and Molt Tender just shores up our mana really, really well. Here we have the choice between Venom Sac, Lagak, Gibrick Omnivore, and Trip Up. I think I'm just going to take Lagak. Trip Up's fine, but I could still use another 2-mana play here. Whoa, Bright Glass Gear Hulk. Oh, well. We can't do that, so it is what it is. All right, now we're just looking to take filler cards for our deck, so we'll just take Nimble Thopterist. I don't love the card, but it's fine. Now we have Keen Buccaneer versus Migrating Ketrodon. I could use some 3s, but Ketrodon is just too good. I'm going to take the Ketrodon here. Just really, really great top end. And, ooh, there's a Transit Mage, but I have nothing to search for, sadly. I guess I'll still take it because I already have a Glitch Ghost Surveyor in my sideboard. But yeah, right now I have nothing to get with Transit Mage. Oh, very happy to pick up Skystreak Engineer. So loving our curve at least, right? Loving our curve. Green-white, super duper open. Oh, blue-green land. Yeah, I will slam the blue-green land. Loxodon Surveyor is simply just fine. But given our color situation here, I think the Thornwood Falls will give us a much higher win rate than taking just like a random 3-drop for our deck. And honestly, this is a 16-land deck because I have Molt Tender, double Veloheart Bike, and double Pothole Mole. So that's just overall a lot of mana sources in the deck, along with double Migrating Ketrodon. And I'm really happy that I took this just because it does feel like I need more late game things to do with my deck. All right, I don't actually have a way to search for any lands, but I don't think I need... Like, how many mountains do I even want in this deck, right? Like 1? Definitely want at least 9 green sources. Yeah, I wish our mana was a little bit better. I'm really happy that I picked up the Thornwood Falls. So I think this is probably the mana base here. And taking a look, yeah, so this gives us 9, 10, 16 lands, 9 green sources, but we have 1 mountain, 3 red sources here with the Veloheart Bike, and then Molt Tender as well. So 4 red sources for Outpace Oblivion and the Thunderhead Gunner. And then, there's a small chance that I mill a red source with Pothole Mole, which lets me also play the red cards. Taking a look at our interaction, not a ton, but we have Bounce Off, Defend the Rider, Outpace Oblivion, Flood the Engine, and Howler's Heavy as tricks, and then just a bunch of random good creatures up top. So yeah, I think this is pretty straightforward. Like I said, this is an example of what happens when these colors are very hotly contested, but I still feel like we ended up with a solid playable deck here. Now, I can consider playing Scrap Compactor here if I need another removal effect. Yeah, and actually, the more that I think about it, I do think I actually want to play Scrap Compactor. We are pretty light on removal. I think I can just cut one of these 4s. With all these Death Touch creatures, I kind of like the Howlers heavy. So let's just cut a Nimble Thopterist. I think that's fine. It could also be Pothole Mole. No, I need 3 drops more than 4s. All right, let's give this a whirl. All right, now before round 1 starts, I just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying all of this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Really do appreciate all of your support. Access to the Patreon gives you access to my Discord channel, which I believe is a really great way to up your limited game. All right, gonna keep this hand. Bounce off Skystreak Engineer, Stock Up, and Veloheart Bike. Absolutely love my hand here. Not really interested in bouncing off anything here. All right. Oh, could have used that Thornwood Falls turn 1, but it's okay. All right, we drew the mountain too, so our mana's perfect. We have Skystreak Engineer into Veloheart Bike, and then we can stock up and bounce off afterwards. Looks like we're playing against Esper Artifacts. This is something that I see so many people play. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. Like, are you able to get perfect Esper mana every single time? It just seems unlikely, right? But I just see a lot of people do it still. Starting column. I guess that helps. Yeah. Wow, they just have all of the tap lands. Let's stock up. Get some action. They can't counter it. I bet they had a Spectral Interference given this pause. Okay, I have a couple of Venom Sac. I don't need any more lands, so I guess just Death Touch creatures are ideal. Not exactly what I was looking for there, but it is what it is. All right, now I get to attack. All right, they're going to start playing some big cards here for sure. Detention Chariot. Okay, that card's great. What are they going to steal? Oh, Lagak, sure. And then attack me to get their engines going. Sure, that makes sense. All right. Ooh, Scrap Compactor. There we go. So we go Venom Sac Lagak. Scrap Compactor. Thornwood Falls. And then I can attack. Sure. I'm okay with that. I would rather have the Death Touch creature in play against Detention Chariot. Okay. Nimble Thopterist. Although we can just kill the Chariot now. Although I guess we have Migrating Ketrodon. But you know, the thing here is it did feel like my opponent did have like a Spectral Interference. So I can try to play around that. I'm going to pass. I want to be able to basically either exhaust or kill Detention Chariot. Killing Detention Chariot seems pretty good here. And if they want to crew the Detention Chariot, that's also fine. Okay, another Nimble Thopterist. Okay, 1 card left. And remember, keep in mind, they are choosing not to make creatures. They're choosing not to make creatures with their roads. So that should be an indication of some shenanigans, right? So I'm going to play this. Okay, that did resolve. Hold on. They do have a couple of Thopterists in play. I just got to figure out how I want to do this. All right. Maybe that attack was a little bit aggressive. I guess we can just block 1. Yeah, that was not a good attack. Okay. Gotta think about this now. I'm going to pass. I want to just exhaust my Skystreak Engineer here. But I don't want them to get to maximum speed. And I want to keep up bounce off. Dune Drifter, they tapped for 6? Oh, Detention Chariot. I see. Fair enough. That's really annoying. Okay. How do I want to do this? I'm going to bounce the Chariot. I guess they're going to get to max speed no matter what. So let's just block here. Block here. And then Psycho Howler's Heavy. On there. Pump here. Alright. They're at 17. They have max speed, so I don't care anymore. So let's just attack with everything. Alright, and then now the question is, what do I want to do? They're going to play the Chariot here, so I should probably play my smaller things first. Although my Flyers seem like the best way to actually attack. So maybe I just have them kill my Ketrodon, which seems kind of counterintuitive, but I feel like Flyers is my route to victory here. Although I can also just play the Sky Serpent Seeker and then just use it to get a bunch of mana. That'll give me access to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana, which means I can double spell next turn. I actually like that. I actually like that. They might just kill my Engineer too, but the thing is, if they have nothing else to do, they're gonna want to just play the Detention Chariot anyways, so I'd rather just save my Ketrodons for something later down the line. I feel like they're gonna play the Chariot and kill my Skystreak Engineer. Yeah, which is totally fine. Mindspring Merfolk. Okay, that is a problem. So we need to kill them quickly. Alright, let's get some lands. Alright, so now let's go Ketrodon. I wonder if they've had the interference the whole time. I guess they can't play it here, huh? Let's go. Wait, what? Are you kidding me? Did I not click the right one? Oh my gosh, what a freaking punt. Oh my gosh. That was awful. I swear I saddled the... Like, I even highlighted over the one that I was concerned about. That's gross. That is really gross. Alright, so they're gonna have to dig. Oh my gosh. That is really annoying. Especially in a game with margins this thin, especially because they have the Mindspring Merfolk. I don't think I love that. Okay. So they're gonna block my Sabotage Strategist. God, that is so annoying. I'm holding on to the Outpace Oblivion. I'm not really sure what it is I want to kill. We'll see kind of what they choose to do here. Chumping with... God, this thing should be... I should have another Lagak in play. That's so bad. Okay. They're going to draw 3 cards, I guess. Sure. Alright, so they're at 2 life. We still have a very, very good board. And I'm going to hold the Outpace Oblivion. But the thing is, they still have to deal with 2 6/6s and 2 big flyers. They did draw a bunch of cards, but yeah, like, unless they have specifically Wrath, I think it's going to be still really tough for them. They need spectacular pile up. But they have a really good deck with a bunch of card draw. That doesn't get it done. Not in the slightest. They need answers to 2 flyers. Okay, well, that's an answer to 1 flyer. Okay. I hope they just play a flyer here. Okay, Broadcast Rambler, sure. They have 1 mana available. I'm going for the flyer. Boom! Wow. Their deck was good. A lot of good card draw. Good mana fixing. Like a really, really solid Esper Artifacts deck. Our deck is also very, very good. And the only thing that I'm upset about is myself in the decision to resaddle the same thing twice. All right, opponent on the play, and, well, at least Mole Tender and Pothole Mole is nice, just because I never run out of action here, but I'm going to keep this. Reasonable curve. Right, that is a forest. Let's go Molt Tender turn 1. We'll probably be looking to self-mill, just because I need to be able to play that Pothole Mole. All right, land would be decent, but we don't need it because we have the Molt Tender. Glitch Ghost Surveyor, sure. Mill a card. Okay, well, here we go. Let's hope we hit a land here. Okay, we hit the land. Whew. It's always stressful. You know what I mean? And I don't really care about protecting any of these cards, so let's just play out the Scrap Compactor. I'll keep the land. I don't think I have any creature recursion in my graveyard, so I'm going to keep the land in my graveyard in case I draw another Pothole Mole. They're getting their speed going. Sky Serpent Seeker. Do they have maximum overdrive? Probably not. I think I'm just going to probably kill it, but we'll see. Like, they have to have maximum overdrive, is the way I look at it. Granted, they might have been setting up for it, but I don't know. But we are curving up beautifully. Just maxing out on our mana use every single turn, getting value. So good stuff here, in general. If they have a removal spell, they probably want to kill my Seeker. Haunted Hellride. I see. So now my question is, do I want to block a 3/2 Glitch Ghost Surveyor? The answer is no. So they can crew this, and this is a 3/3. Okay, I got a land going. Really? Okay. That is an odd block. Okay, fair enough. Now I don't mind trading here. Like if they attack me. I don't want them to get to max speed, and then I can just get my lands. Let's get some blue sources. Perfect. And I'm not going to save it with Defender Rider. I'm going to try to save my Sabotage Strategist. Speaking of Sabotage Strategist. Do I want to mill a card? Sure. No! And then, of course, I draw a land. What a kick in the pants. Sadness. Sadness overload. Ugh. Alright, anyways. Might as well attack. Get in for 1. Every point of damage, right? Man, that's unreal. Oh, gosh. That's so annoying. Vinwixed, okay. Well, glad they didn't get to maximum speed there. 2, 4, 5. Okay, hold on. 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'll still be able to exhaust. Sure. Two, 4, 5, 6, 7. Still got to get damage in where we can, right? God, the Agonasaur Rex. Darn it. It's okay. It's totally random. It just sucks that that's what we actually ended up hitting. Alright, they're a few mana away from actually being able to attack me with their strategy. Well, no, I guess they can. I do have the Stopter to block with. They have 3 cards in hand. Let's see what happens. If they kill my strategist and I don't find an answer to their strategist, it's quite bad for me. Alternatively, I can just block with the Thopter for now. Alright, yeah, let's do that just because I don't want them to get to max speed. And my Thopter's not doing much anyways. Scrap Compactor. Okay, that can kill my Lagak. Potentially. And then we drew a land. So that's not ideal. I do have the Bike, which can attack. Although I guess it's not even that great. Because they can block it with Vinwixed. They're at 8 life. Yeah, the strategist is doing a lot, and we're getting, you know, that was we've drawn a lot of mana sources this game, but we do play a lot of mana sources. Oh, this is brutal. I hope they kill my Lagak. If they kill my Lagak, then I know my strategist is safe. So, I'm happy with this. You know, if anything, it might not be crazy to actually just block the strategist. Because it is kind of preventing me from getting good attacks in. And I don't want them to hit maximum speed. I gotta think about this though, because my strategist is representing a lethal attack, but them getting to max speed is quite bad for me as well. All right, I'll take it. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, Thundering Broodwagon. Okay. Yeah. I mean. Yeah, that's probably game. They have an active Vinwixed. Yeah. Like, we have a lot to do with our mana in our deck, but we just couldn't find all of it. Alright, that's game. I am shocked that they didn't play the Broodwagon ahead of time. It's kind of weird, right? Like, they would have gotten in for an extra point of damage, but... Yeah, I know, that was weird. I don't know. I still like my deck. That was just an unfortunate sequence of things to happen, and they had a lot of good top-end stuff there, so... That is a loss that can always have... Anytime you play against, like, a Sultai, Golgari, Simic deck, if they just draw a little more action than you, then they can certainly get you. Opponent on the play, I'm going to keep this. I have some Death Touchers with the Howler's Heavy. We drew all of our colors, which is nice. So loving this hand. Something tells me they have something here, like a Lightning Strike or whatever. So I'm just choosing to play it a little bit carefully here and just play the Yak. Just because I'd like to try to get value from the Sky Serpent Seeker if possible. Wait, what are your colors? Well, this cycle, so if they have some way to get this from the graveyard, like if they drafted a push to the limit deck, like it will end up being quite good. Just gonna wait on the Sky Serpent Seeker, develop my mana a little bit more. Lots of cards in hand. Wow.
And I'm a winner. Just a quick pit stop.
Wait, what are they doing? Oh, I see.
The direction I know is forward.
I still don't understand what just happened. I can just kill Chandra now and they hit me for 6. That's what happened? So I don't even have to use Flood the Engine here? So I just play Howler's Heavy. Crew. Yeah, that like accomplished very little. I'm happy with this. They basically got to hit me for 6 and loot, but then I got to add to my board. And so that's certainly very good for me. I have a couple of removal spells in hand as well. So don't mind this. Starting column. Okay, they went really, really deep. Respect. We are in the you know, have fun phase of the format. That's kind of where we're at right now. Okay, look at them. They're just using all of their mana. Look at, they're just going to town. This is a disenchant effect. No, it destroys artifacts. The question is, do I want to get my engines going? Because what if I don't do that, what else can I do? I don't have a lot of other plays. And I still have ways to kill all their other things. And this can kill artifacts, but maybe I just don't even care enough about that. It's just so tempting because it uses my mana so well. So I'm just going to do it. Because if I can get to max speed, then I can also use this to deal damage to them. And like I said, I just don't have anything else to do with my mana. And with Flood the Engine and Scrap Compactor in my hand, I feel like I have my bases covered. Wow, their mana is wild. Absolutely wild. Alright, so that's a Pace Setter Paragon. I guess I will use Scrap Compactor. They're out of action. But so are we, kind of. And I'm going to keep this land in my hand because I don't need more than 6 lands. And I have Thunderhead Gunner in my deck. If I draw a 7th land, then, you know, so be it. Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot that they can do that. I didn't even think that they could have all 5 colors of mana. Oh my gosh. That's insane. Okay, I guess we'll flood its engines. That's crazy. Alright, my bad. I'm not sure if there's anything I could have done about it, but wow. Alright, we're at max speed. Outpace Oblivion has them at 7 potentially. We got rid of the 8-7. They gained life. They don't have max speed, which is good. We're going to attack. Get to max speed, play Agonasaur Rex. Keep the land in my hand because of Thunderhead Gunner and pass. Alright, well, you know, kudos to my opponent for just going deeper than any person I've seen yet in this format. We are 1 win away from getting to Mythic. We are currently 2-1, so let's go. Winning into Mythic. Oh, we're getting paired against a lot of Mythic players in this in this round. All the Mythic players woke up apparently, which hopefully means that my MMR is pretty high, like my elo. So I'm hoping that because I'm playing against a bunch of Mythic players right now, that when I get to Mythic, like it'll be like high Mythic. That's kind of the hope. Just playing the Legag here. Next turn I can go bike Molt Tender. Put a little more power out there. Okay. They also have their own Legag. Sure. That's food for my Molt Tender. Yeah. No, this is good because now, by getting that trade to happen, I can play a turn 4 Migrating Ketrodon, which is amazing. Pothole Mole, alright, so they have a nice start here to something, you know, a decent Golgari deck, Hazard of the Dune, so, you know, you can still draft green, it's still possible. And we're kind of all in on this Migrating Ketrodon, but we have to believe in the rest of our deck. We have Stock Up as a way to refuel. I'm really glad I took that. We took the Ketrodons over cheaper things as well, which I'm really happy about too. I guess this is actually, because I ended up with so much mana acceleration, this is probably the type of deck that could have used the Aether Siphon. Or Aether Siphon? Ether Siphon? What do you say? Alright, they're probably going to get the tap land here. Foul Roads. Because I imagine they don't have anything else to play. Oh, wow. Maybe they're plow through on the bike. Okay, sure. That's totally fine. Okay. Alright, land there, not good. So this is why I'm also splashing for the Thunderhead Gunner, for instances like this. I'm going to chill out here. I'm going to hold this Outpace Oblivion for something big. Wow, that thing is way too big. That is unreasonably large. Alright, I'm going to mill myself just because I only have one thing in my graveyard. Okay, it was a bounce off, and then we draw the... Why do we do that every time? The reason to not put Molt Tender in your deck is for mental health reasons. Because there's only so much you can take of milling a spell and drawing a land. You know what I mean? Okay, anyways, I'm not going to attack and then trade and then lose my Outpace Oblivion. So we'll just pass. I don't think I'm going to mill anymore. I don't think my body can handle it, to be honest. We'll take 9, I guess. I'm glad I gained some life. Goodness. Wow, all the Pothole Moles. Atchik? Okay, so if they reanimate Atchik, it's a problem. Especially because I don't have anything else here. There it is. That's exactly what I wanted. Stock Up. Fantastic draw here. Lets me come back. Flood. Ooh, this is a great situation. What do I want here? Lots of good options. Flood the engine for sure because it blocks Tarion. I don't think I need Sky Serpent Seeker. There's also Howler's Heavy, just as a trick. If I attack with the Ketrodon. Or I can take Sabotage Strategist, which is an alternate win condition. I think the Strategist is better long term. I'm just going to hold back with the Ketrodon. They're also representing Maximum Overdrive mana. So, still keep this land in my hand. But Stock Up was great there. I like how they've played 4 creatures, none of them worthy of an Outpace Oblivion. Just play like a Hazard of the Dunes, you know what I mean? Oh, come on. Alright. So that's, I mean, they're representing Maximum Overdrive, I think. But we'll see what happens. Back, okay. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't have a choice. I'm going to play this, but let's see if I was right about my maximum overdrive read. Oh, it could have also just been, it could have, yeah, they have it. It could have been to, yeah, kill my thing, but yeah, that's really unfortunate now. Okay, well, their deck is awesome, and they had everything, so no shame here in losing to this. If they kill my Sabotage Strategist, it's basically over. But, like, I'm leaning very heavily on the fact that this shrinks all of the insects. And then we can just block everything else. I mean, I'm blocking the moles now. Oh my gosh, do you have another maximum overdrive? That's gross if you do. You know what sucks is when you can figure out exactly all the cards that your opponents can have, but lose anyways. That sucks. Wow, man. They have it all. They have it all. This is going to be very, very tough for us to beat. So these all get smaller. This can eat Atchik. And then Molt Tender chumps the Ketrodon and I take 3. I think that's what I want to do. Although Atchik might not attack. We'll see what happens. But I do feel like it's pretty important to pump the Strategist. If only Ketrodon... Okay. Like, attacking with the tokens don't do anything. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. Block Ketrodon, block Atchik. Pump it. Alright, we take 3. Come on! Relax! Another creature that can deal damage to me. That is not ideal. Let's attack. Alright, so I can block... I can chump Ketrodon, eat the kite... Oh my god. What? Nate! Nate! Oh, Nate. Alright, I lose my Thopter, I block the 2 big things, and I take 3. I needed them to, like, whiff for, like, 1 turn. Oh, man. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Like, we just played against a good deck, and, like, we were even in a position there where it looked hopeless, but, like, there was a tiny bit of chance there, or hope, to basically eat all their other creatures attacking, keep finding chump blockers for the Ketrodon and attacking with my flyer. There's a world where I was able to maybe turn that around. But, yeah. We didn't have enough action there. Alright. Now we need to win 2 in a row. This deck does not feel like a 2-2 deck. But this is just a good case study or a good example of even when a deck looks pretty solid, like you can still get run over. We're playing against high mythic players and they're beating us down. Gonna mulligan this, no green sources. I will keep this. And when you're down a card, like a tempo-ish card like Bounce Off is just not what you need early. So I don't think I want the Bounce Off. Bounce Off is an excellent mid to late game card where you can use it to save your own things or blow your opponents out when they use a combat trick, but I'm just not interested at this phase in the game right now. Okay, Night Market into... Okay. That couldn't have been that hard of a play, right? Well, they're going to hit me with the flyer anyways. So for that reason, I'm just going to attack. If they block, I can use Howler's Heavy. And then if they don't block, I'll just go Veloheart Bike into the Scrap Compactor. Yeah, if they didn't have the Engineer, I could have considered keeping things back, but just given what's in play here, I think this is what I do. Wow, okay. So that Slick Imitator is actually kind of problematic. Okay. But I'm not sure if I want to kill it. I should probably kill Pactol Terror, though. I just think that's probably going to be a very problematic thing to deal with. And then they might actually block here. We'll see. It's good for us. Get to keep the Legak around. Ooh, Agonasaur Rex is a nice thing to have. And then I want to probably try to kill this Imitator as quickly as possible, or else they can copy something. I mean, depends on what they play, right? But Memory Guardian, okay. Alrighty. The thing is, I just am not putting enough pressure on my opponent. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Like, the Imitator is also kind of annoying. I can't attack with the bike. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, I'm gonna kill the Imitator. I feel like this... If I don't, I'm gonna regret it. That's how I feel. So let's go bike. And now I'm in a situation where I'm just kind of racing a Memory Guardian, and that's not that big of a deal, right? Risky shortcut, okay. Haunted Hellride, okay. It's a lot of damage. That was a good turn for them. Any decent creature here would be nice. That is not ideal. I might as well get in for a big attack here. Oh, I messed that up. Well, here's my question. Do I want to cycle the Agonasaur Rex and just have like a big 6/4? I almost do. And then if I can find something else to play, I think that would be pretty good. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, stock up was amazing. Ketrodon and Strategist. All right. Now I'm not as concerned about the race situation. They do have a scrap compactor. They probably want to just kill my Legak. Oh, wow. They didn't. They did not kill the Legak. I should have settled first, I guess. Lethal. Are they going to kill my 4-2? Yep. All right, we're at max speed, so we don't... Oh, actually, this doesn't actually do anything. Oh, are they going to bounce my Veloheart bike? Sure. Okay, I'm just going to play the land here. But we have a really nice board here. Stock up was huge. The Agonasaur Rex was huge. We drew our 2 best cards. So that should help us greatly. Siphon Fuel. Okay. Nice. Let's attack. So let's see. 5, 6, 7 mana. Let's go bike into the Strategist. Yeah, Siphon Fuel was big. Killing the Ketrodon. Haunted Hellride. Okay. This is a good game. What is your last card? Please don't have it be Spin Out or something. Okay, Wreckage Wick. Yeah, their deck is great. Really, really solid. So that's 3, 4 power. They kept 1 card on top. Okay. 7 mana to exhaust this, so I'm going to just play this land. Do I want to attack with the bike? No, that removes the mana that I have. So let's just attack with both. See how they want to block. Because I want to pump the Strategist and then just play Skystreak Engineer. And if this trades with a Wreckage Wickerfolk, I'm also kind of okay with that. All right, they're at 5. We play Engineer, and, you know, this is, like I said, very, very close. They kept something on top, which is annoying. So that means that there's a really good chance that they have an answer to the Sabotage Strategist. Like, if they drew a spin out here, that's kind of tough. Hour of Victory, okay. So now they can search for something. Man, how did us... We cycled Agonasaur Rex and played stock up, but it wasn't enough. Yeah, here I'm not really sure what to do. I guess I'll just take it. If they have a Hellish Sideswipe, it'll be not great. So hopefully they don't have that. Hopefully it's just a Grimbauble or something. Or if it's a spin out, at least I can get some damage in next turn. Sucks that they're at max speed because my Outpace Oblivion doesn't actually do anything. Extremely close game here. My turn. Venom Sac, Lagak. So they have to block the Strategist, right? So I'll attack with both. Yep. This is good, because if they found a removal spell to search for with Hour of Victory, we're still in a good spot, right? Then we'll play the Lagak. So I do like this spot, because presumably they found like a Siphon Fuel or something. But if they did, I still have a flyer to attack with. Flood the engine, sure. Let's saddle up or crew up my bike, just in case. Oh, and they drew Wreckage Wickerfolk, which will simply just trade chump block my Skystreak Engineer. Now, if they attack me, what do I do? If they attack me, then they're dead. So I don't think they're going to attack me. Like, if they attack me with the zombie, I just block with my bike. And then if I block with my bike, I can attack with both of my creatures and it's lethal. So I'm hoping that my opponent makes this mistake of attacking just because it feels like you're free rolling. But you actually need it as a blocker to be able to crew up the Haunted Hellride. Yep. They just put themselves dead on board. It's just like really tempting to attack, right? That's kind of the thing. But like, why attack there? Now you're literally dead. All right. Whew. Well, we got to win one more, I think, to get to Mythic. Just keep losing and winning and losing and winning. And we're having some really close games against a lot of really, really solid decks. But this is what happens. You know, this is week 5, week 6 of the format. Everybody kind of figured out what to do. You see a lot less train wrecks, and you see just a lot of solid decks with good strategies, and just kind of have to hope that your strategy can beat what your opponents are trying to do. All right, on the play here. Gonna keep this. Turn to Venom Sac Lagak. Actually, I think this is a very good limited player. If this is the Sammy T, it's an old Magic Pro. If it's not, then whatever. But Flood the Engine, Sabotage, Strategist, Ketradon. Plenty of nice things here. Happy to trade. Gilded Goda. Land, not ideal. I don't think I should be wasting Flood the Engine here. Now, they do get to get a treasure here. but I think it's fine. Scrounging Skyray. Okay, that's the signpost card you want. Yeah, I don't feel good about this. Just like relying on the strategist here with all this open mana. Yeah, like this does not feel good, but you know, this is where I'm at. This is my hand, so. All right, turn 4 strategist. If they kill this, it's bad. Next turn, we have to use Flood the Engine. Probably need to use it on the Skyray. They're a blue-red deck, so the Skyray should be able to do a lot of work for them. Opponent played a land into Hole Drifter. Okay. Good. So at least no attacks from them this turn. But bad in the sense that, well, they've drawn a bunch of cards. Yeah, I'm not going to attack with the strategist. We'll pass. Got the Ketrodon here, but they just have so many more cards. Did I mulligan? What happened? Oh, they played a Hole Drifter, I guess. Thunderhead Gunner. We have yet to play that one. This one's super strong. That thing has reach. Okay. Although, my strategist I can pump, so... yeah. And they can't do both. So they're just going to take this. Then I'm actually just going to play the Seeker here for now. Just get my mana going. Also just an excellent blocker to the Gunner. Kind of forces them to have a removal spell if they want to attack into my Sky Serpent Seeker. They have a bunch of, like, random... I guess you play these for the curve, right? And then you can loot them all later. Oh, that's a good one. That is a good one, friends. Mu Yan Ling. Okay. Well, we're going to have to block. Because they get to draw a card off of all their flying creatures now. So let's block here. Get some lands. Get a trade going. And I should mill just because I have pothole moles in my deck. But we all know what's going to happen. Oh my gosh, we hit a land! Oh, we drew a mountain. 4 cards in hand for the opponent. I'm going to keep this land in my hand because of Thunderhead Gunner. And I have just so much mana in play already. Let's hope this Ketrodon prevents them from being able to get too frisky here. If they kill my Ketrodon, then it's kind of problematic. So I'm hoping they don't have a Flood the Engine or something like that. Gilded Goda. Interesting that they're running that out. Huh. And they're not rummaging either? That's terrifying, by the way. I don't need to loot anymore, I don't think. Okay, Bounce Off is actually really, really interesting. I'm going to just pass, though, because they have these two. Can I attack with the Ketrodon is the question. I don't think it's a good attack, so we'll just play it safe. Also, they have 1,000,000 mana up, so... But we've officially, like, the thing is, at some point, they're going to hit a big land pocket, right? They're like, they've discarded like 4 spells. Maybe they want the mana, I'm not sure. But I need, like, a stock up or something. It's like, good mana sinks is what I'm looking for. And this is why effects like Bounce Off is really, really good in late game situations like that. That's a pothole mole? Gosh. I mean, I'm gonna play it, but... Oh, there's my stock up. There's my stock up. Alright, I don't ever need to mill anything else. Stock up was... That was a painful one to hit. They're just never going to run out of action. Broadside Barrage, like, it's just... And this is the power of something like the Thunderhead Gunner. Scrap Compactor, so that's going to kill the... I guess it can kill the Ketrodon. Ether Siphon, oh wow, okay. Yeah. We're not going to beat this. They're just up too many cards. You know, if there was one pick, usually I have enough things to do in my Simic decks. But this deck, I noticed, it's got a lot of mana. But not, like, I actually find myself running out of things to do. So I feel like in this specific deck, I kind of wish that I took the Ether Siphon. I need to, with an Ether Siphon in play, I just need to get things going here. I don't want to give out that I have red in my deck. And with the Molt Tender, I mean, the Molt Tender is a creature they're never ever going to kill. So, like, this will be the red source that I need to play my cards later. But I'll keep this in my hand for various rummaging effects. Road Rage for 5? What? Oh, they have these mounts. Wow. Oh, and then they get to Scrap Compactor my Ketrodon? What a turn. What a turn. Yeah. Yep. And then they get to set... Okay. I will say this. I'm just going to throw that out there. Based on my opponent's sequencing, I think there's an extremely strong chance this is former Canadian pro Sammy T. It's going to just be my guess. And his deck's great. Lots of card draw. Mu Yanling, one of the best rares in the entire set. And just no shortage of things that prevent them from running out of things to do. All right, let's play the Outpace Oblivion. Let's kill... I'm going to kill the Gunner. They're at 12. I'm going to pump this now, so it doesn't get Lightning Strike in response, but then I don't really want to attack. I'm not in a position to race, really, so... Alright, that's it. I'm going full Dirtle. This is actually kind of a surprising card, but I guess with Mu Yanling, it's defensible. It's a big double-flying double striker. Like, I could see the fact... Here's one thing. Like, the metagame could have shifted to the point where because everybody is taking exhaust cards, you get less mana sinks overall. And if that's the case, perhaps you should take the first copy of Ether Siphon you see pretty early, because, like, situations like what you see on my side could happen. Well, that cannot possibly be good for me. They attack me with their vehicle. I will make the obvious blocks. Oh, it's the Pyroclasm, I think. Although that's not great. They lose like a bunch of things too. Oh, they just wanted to get their speed going so that they can kill me with Ether Siphon. Sure. Sky Serpent Seeker from us. They didn't even choose to exhaust here. Yeah, I mean, I think we're probably going to lose to the Ether Siphon, if I were to guess. They might make a pretty aggressive attack here. Yeah, this deck needed like a Beast Rider Vanguard or something. Okay, drawing off the Siphon. They have 12 cards left, goodness. That's a 3/4 double striker. I should be aggressive, actually. I don't know what I'm thinking here. Oh, that was not even end step. Haha. Wait, no, we still drew a land. 11, 12, 13. Oh, God, that's brutal. That's really brutal. That is really, really rough. Yikes. We needed a big draw there. An Agonasaur Rex, something along those lines. Yeah, so I'm going to crack this now just so we both take damage. Like, my goal here is to just get my opponent as low as possible. Oh, I should have activated this on my turn, actually. Whatever. I'm surprised they didn't pump this just to get two more damage in. Oh, that's why. Oh my gosh, what? I have 13 cards left? So they can draw they can mill me for 12 cards. Maybe they don't have any removal. I do technically have a lethal attack here. Okay. Yep. Let's see how this goes. They like I said, they could theoretically miss here. They can theoretically miss. We just, yeah, this is all action stuff. Okay. Okay, if they draw a Cycler, I'm also dead. A 1-mana Cycler? Oh my gosh, do I have lethal? No shot. What? Oh, that is the unluckiest thing ever. And we hit Mythic. I cannot believe we just won. I thought for sure we were dead. What? I could have attacked for 3 the turn before. I think that was maybe a mistake. Well, I didn't want to get I didn't want them to get to max speed. I don't know what happened there, but we're rank 87. I told you we'd be at a pretty decent ranking. How are we still alive? Okay, let's fight the good fight. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Man, I was ready to throw in the towel there, and now we're Mythic 87 at 4-2. Oh, how things can change so very, very quickly. All right, let's go Molt Tender here. Stampeding, that's a better one drop, I'm going to say. It's funny, if they attack me, I think I'm blocking. But I kind of want them to make the aggressive attack here. Oh, Curse Cloth Wrappings. Oh, they can put it back to their hand. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I don't think I can beat that card, to be honest. Okay, let's mill, because I want to increase the chances of hitting with Pothole Mole. Actually, forget that. Let's, you know what? Different approach. Let's just get the strategist going. Pothole Mole is the play from the opponent, so yeah, things can get really out of hand here. Yeah, their deck's okay. I mean, it's just honestly the Curse Cloth Wrappings is like the only thing that really scares me. Let's attack, and then let's play the bike. Let's pass. Sure. What can they start getting? None of these creatures are that scary, but it's obviously still extremely good. But yeah, we need to end this game quickly. That is the plan here. Yellowheart Bike goes into the graveyard. Go to my turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Like, if they play Resin Necro Regent out of the graveyard, I guess it's annoying. But yeah, I'm going to attack. I'm considering attacking, going all in on this, but I think it's better to just play the Ketrodon. I want to keep the Agonasaur Rex up as a combat trick, I think, for the most part. And we'll just see where this goes. Because I feel like there is a really good shot that they go for Risen Necro Regent out of the graveyard to make a 6-power creature come into play. Alternative, I mean, there's just a lot of different things they can do here, but like I said, I mean, they have the inevitability here. Actually, they can get Gas Guzzler back, which is really nice because it's just super cheap. This enters tapped. It's a 3-2. Sure. We're going to just keep milling. Right now, it's like, I don't care anymore. It's just, let's get as much mana as we can. All right, that's a Lagak. Scrap Compactor is interesting. It makes it so blocks are really tough. And then maybe I can hold off on Agonasaur Rex, or I can just play Agonasaur Rex. Lots of options. So let's see, they activate the Scurryfoot, and that's what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Agonasaur Rex. No, I'm just gonna attack. Like, their play here is to triple block. So we will go with the Agonasaur Rex. Which is very, very good for us. Okay. Yep, kill everything. Like, right now, it's just like tempo, 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 right? Like, how can we just put maximum pressure on our opponent? Does Pothole Mole do anything? Because I have this Sky Serpent Seeker that can attack in the air. I'm going to play Sky Serpent Seeker and Compactor. Alright. Best that we can do. We know that if the game goes long, we are in big, big trouble. So, this is what we're going for. Use every last bit of our mana that we can. Lots of damage, representing a lot. And I'm going to keep milling. I really want to hit a land so that I can make sure that I hit with the Pothole Mole. Which is a nice interaction as well. They can get Scurryfoot out of the graveyard, which is obviously great. But this is an 8-8, so this basically gets chumped every turn. And we're getting close to the point where I'm going to basically need to just start pumping things out of my graveyard. Pothole Mole, interesting. So they're going to play that. So they're going to try to hit something big off the Curse Cloth Wrappings. If they have a spin out, that's also obviously very good. But yeah, I mean, their deck is... They're getting going here. Fane Guardian, there's a Blossoming Sand, so it's some white... Oh, untap white. Did they play a land already? Looks like they did. Alright, let's mill a card. That was a land, that's good for the Pothole Mole. Okay. So now what? Well, Migrating Ketrodon and my Flyers can get in. I don't really want to play the Mole. I feel, well... The most amount of damage I get in is by pumping the Strategist. But like they're leaving up spin out mana. I don't really have anything else to do anyways. All right. All right. Maximizing our damage here. White mana into play now for the opponent. They're at 11. We have an 8/8, a 5/5 flyer, and a 1/1 flying Death Toucher. We have a Pothole Mole, Scrap Compactor in play, so we can answer. It's like if they just keep playing creatures, it's much less bad for me than if they just use a removal spell, for example, on Sabotage Strategist. Like if they kill my Strategist and play something small, that becomes a problem. Embalm Descendant, so they can basically block forever on the ground. So the plan here is now just kill them in the air, right? Kill them in the air. They have to play that now, I believe. Okay. They're gaining life too. Yeah, this is kind of annoying. What if they attack me? I don't think that's going to happen. All right, let's mill a card. Ooh, Gunner would have been good. All right, Howler's Heavy is actually really nice here because they're going to go for some crazy block. It means I can just keep attacking. All right. Oh, man. All right, let's see here. Let me think. So I can kill the Fang Guardian and then cycle to keep my Ketrodon alive. Doesn't really matter what I shrink. Okay, let's kill... because this one's... Yeah, I don't want them to cast this because this one hasn't been embalmed yet. So let's kill the token and the Pothole Mole. Then let's play Pothole Mole just to have more things in play. Okay, some lands. I'll take an island, but I'll play the Thornwood Falls. All right. Still just trying to put overwhelming pressure here. Ketrodon still attacking. And we have lethal flyers here. Oh my gosh. Man, this game was aces. I love how we were able to sequence things in that game. Like just having the perfect combat trick every single turn to make it so that it made it really hard for them to come back because, you know, we were just like one trick or removal spell away from them being able to turn that game around and kind of have the edge. All right. It's funny that once we hit Mythic, we are now playing like Platinum players. I'm on the play. I have a lot of mana. I'm going to keep this, and this is a... I hope my deck gets me there because I have all the ramp in the world. At least the nice thing about the Veloheart bikes is that I can attack with them, right? So, oh wow. I guess I'll just do this instead. Well, hold on. I gotta think. This is like, do I want to activate the Sky Serpent Seeker next turn? Probably not. In which case, I think it's better just to play the Lagak. I will pass. I think I will need the mana from the Mold Tender. But next turn I can go Veloheart Bike plus Sky Serpent Seeker. Lagarin. Okay. It's always stock up. Okay. We didn't hit stock up that time. Alright. Well, we have all the mana in the world. Like, if the Lagarin is going to get out of hand, and obviously it just kind of depends on what they play here. I might just block. Like, they're probably going to play a creature here and mount. Glory Heath Lynx? Oh! That's gross. Okay, look, I have all the lands I need. Let's just block before they untap and make me regret all my decisions. Yeah, so Venom Sac Lagak is in play. Wow, what a... I mean, we had a solid start, but we're kind of out of action. Really good start for them. Wow, their deck is phenomenal. Like, if they have run over here too, or defend a rider, that's a problem. Okay. Yeah, but these are just premium cards that they're running out. Wow. That, however, was a very good draw for us. So I will cast Stock Up in case I find a removal spell. So if that's a Flood the Engine and Sabotage Strategist, those seem like pretty easy pickups here. And then we will flood this guy's engines. And attack for 4. Keep going. This is one of the highest win rate uncommons in the set. Green-white's normally not super popular, but the Beast Rider is one of the main reasons why it's very, very good. But they've played just signpost uncommons for the first 3 turns of the game. Please slow down. Oh. They didn't slow down. Just letting you all know. They played Agonasaur Rex, so that, you know, this could be how things fall apart here for us. But you know, if that's what happens, so be it, right? 1 in the air. How many cards in my yard? 2? Okay, I could mill myself with Molt Tender. They're certainly going to attack me. Ovia. So now it has Super Trample. Although, I guess it's not clear that they're in a position to attack me. Okay, they are. Okay, we'll take 7. Let's mill ourselves. Okay, it's a Lagak would have been good. Scrap Compactor? What a draw! What a draw. Bye-bye, Agonasaur Rex. Holy cow. I gotta think here. Do I want to trade a bike for an Omnivore just because I have so much mana already? I don't think so. I don't know if I want to trade this, period. So let's just attack in the air. Well, another question is, do I want to just pump this? That's not crazy either. But getting this in play minimizes the chances of me losing the game on the spot. So I think I just want to do that. It seems like the safer play. All right. Changes the clock. There's an Ovia in play. We'll see what happens. Why are they main phasing this? We'll find out. Broadcast Rambler. Okay. Daring Mechanic. Okay. I guess I don't really need to mill anymore. That is an interesting attack. I guess I can't really hit them back, huh? Because they have the Broadcast Rambler. Alright, we'll take this one for now. Alright, now we go with the Sabotage Strategist pump plan. I want to be able to crew both of my Veloheart bikes, I think. Super close one. Whoa, something else? Okay. Oh, that's a really good one. Wow. Man, they are going off with Ovia. They're putting artifacts into play. And this thing, they can now give flying counters. So I actually need to draw more stuff here. Goodness, okay. That stock up was simply not good enough, I guess. Lotus... Oh, gosh! What is happening right now? Well, I can't block that. That's incredible. Okay, we take 6. Because it has lifelink and indestructible. Okay. And I can't attack with the strategist because the Voyager Glide Car becomes a 5/6. And I drew a land. Wow. What a turnaround. I mean, I was leaning really heavily on my flyers to get me out of this, but then they played a 5/6 flyer with Ovia. That's like the best Ovia I've ever seen. So now I'm in some trouble here. I don't see good attacks here. Okay. Fair enough. Let me read this again. All right. Yep, they are maximizing on their resources, I will say. Good plays from the opponent here. I do think I'm in some serious trouble. I actually thought we were very close to winning here. Oh my gosh, come on. This is what I get for making fun of Ovia as a card. I was talking about how bad this card is. And, okay, yeah. Now you're just showing off. All right. This time I can say pretty definitively that I'm probably going to lose here. They have a really, really awesome green-white deck here. They can even make that into an 8/7. Or a 7/7, I guess. So no way I'm blocking with the strategist, so let's crew this. I'm at 7. Oh man, Daring Mechanic. Yeah, that's the thing. Like I drew a good card, but like this Daring Mechanic's also being pretty annoying. Yeah. Alright, good beats. Green white. Mana sinks. Ovia absolutely destroying me. Really good start with their signpost cards, and kind of just ran out of gas here. I was very, very close. But it turns out that perhaps the correct thing to do was to hold the vehicle, get the damage in with the strategist, and then play the scrap compactor as a way to kill the glide car. Although at the time they didn't have any flyers, and it was kind of a close situation. This is just how it panned out. But like you can't fault me for just killing an Agonasaur Rex, right? Like I killed an Agonasaur Rex. You can't fault me for that. It's just then they played the glide car and just brickwalled me. Like, for the most part, they're generally not going to be able to play a flyer that's bigger than my Sabotage Strategist. What an interesting draw. I'm at 11 life. There's no world where I feel like I can get damage through and win with the Agonasaur Rex. But I'm basically dead. I'm basically dead here, so might as well. Like, I can't beat their board. They have the Daring Mechanic. They should be pumping the Atark Mammoth. Everything tramples when they attack me, too. Like, this is just a sheer desperation situation. Oh! So here's the plan, okay? I have a bounce off in my deck. So, if they single block Ketradon, I can cycle, give it trample, and then draw bounce off and then trample over for the win. But the single block cannot be Lotus Guard Disciple. I think that's my only way to actually win. Oh, don't do that. They're like making responsible blocks. You're not allowed to play well. So Voyager Glide Car. Do I have another pump spell? That's the question. Like, what if I pump the strategist? Do I have a way to kill them? We'll see. God, drawing bounce off would have been so good. Oh, there's Thunderhead Gunner. That Voyager Glide Car is so big. I needed you earlier, Rexy. I needed you earlier. Yep. Alright, they're at 3 life. 3 life. Crew 1. I assume I'm dead. But we'll see. They're at 3 life. Like, what if I draw Outpace Oblivion? That's 2 damage to the face, right? So maybe there's this weird world where I go like... Did I use the Outpace Oblivion? I don't remember. 8, 9, 10. I can block. Oh, I don't mind this attack. They need to attack with Daring Mechanic. If they attack with Daring Mechanic, I need to block the Glide Car. I think they're gonna figure it out, though. God! Yeah, so I have to block the Glide Car. So Outpace Oblivion actually still wins the game here, by the way. So I block here. I take 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10 damage. 2, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage. So I go to 1. So Outpace Oblivion actually wins me the game here. If I can draw that right now, that would be epic. Because I can play it off the Molt Tender. Oh no, it draws the game. It draws the game. Ah! Oh man, hold... Outpace Oblivion would draw the game. Okay, so clearly I'm dead in the attack back next turn. If that's the case, I should cycle the Migrating Ketrodon to try to draw Outpace Oblivion. Alright. Oh! Dang it! Dang it! So close. Alright, well... All right, good game. Great deck opponent. Great comeback. And good sequencing there, too. I think some people might not have attacked with the Daring Mechanic there and kind of messed things up for themselves. But that was a really good heads-up attack. And sadly, we came up a little bit short. But honestly, given that we started out like 2-2, rattling off 3 in a row, and also I will mention, we had some really, really good games. Even that one that we just played was a really, really good game. And like I certainly recognize the holes in my deck. So this deck, this was a really solid deck, but not something that you would necessarily expect to trophy 100% of the time. So getting 5 wins with this deck, I'm happy with. We had decent interaction. Actually, the Scrap Compactor was great because our deck was really mana heavy. So bounce off Scrap Compactor, Flood the Engine, Outpace Oblivion, a good combat trick, good ramp, some top end, but noting that I was a little bit short. Because we had a bunch of Legacs. If one of these was like a Beast Rider Vanguard, and let's say we had another Exhaust creature or 2, I think that would have helped out a lot. One card that really helps push things over the edge are cards like Stampeding Scurryfoot, just for mana sinks, and then more importantly, Hazard of the Dunes, and we didn't have anything like that. So those are some of the small holes in the deck. This deck, I think, was still capable of a trophy, but I think it would require me to draw Agonasaur Rex a lot, or perhaps the Thunderhead Gunner to make sure we don't run out of action. I think we basically never ever played this card. But all in all, still happy with the result. Overall, happy with our play. And a 5-3 finish. Don't mind that. Would like some trophies. We've actually been getting a lot of 6-win finishes. So hopefully I can turn that around in the next video. But this was a really, really fun set. So hopefully you enjoyed, because I certainly did. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much. Also, go to TCGplayer.com for all of your TCG singles and sealed product needs. You need some singles or booster boxes, they're the place to go. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but certainly not least, go to heavyplay.com for all your Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories needs. Deck boxes, playmats, dice boxes, life pads, and more. Heavyplay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.